Alrighty, folks, we're back again. This is some more figures. We got the different. Some of these are a little bit different. Some of these are from 2002, 2003, and right up to bat, we've got holographic Luke Skywalker. So that would go good with your Jabba the Hutt play set if you have one. Here's some more figures from this wave. You had Tennis Spyjack, Rapper Tooney from that horrible scene with the dancing chicks. Jay Quill. That's a good one. Lando Calrissian and Cell Barge. I'm not sure if that's the same as the vintage style one or whatever, but the Black Series cards or whatever. R1G4. These are actually some good figures. There's R2D2 for the Cell Barge, so that's a good one if you bought that super expensive Cell Barge back in the day. Boba Fett on the Pit of Carcoon, and yeah. So, and I think some of these figures were recarded into different like saga and trilogy cards too. And let's see, and some of these are older, some of these are newer. So this one would have been from 2004. And next up we have Barris Offi. She was pretty cool. She was in the cartoons and stuff like that too, like in the micro series, I believe. Barris Offi is a Padawan learner of Luminar Unduli, and similarly shares her master's latticed facial tattoos. The youthful Jedi apprentice often prefers wielding a lightsaber to participating in diplomatic negotiations. During the Battle of Geonosis, Barris must defend herself and her fellow outnumbered Jedi from the Separatists' impending droid armies. Her strong healing abilities make her an invaluable asset when the battle erupts into full-scale ground assault and the beginning of the Clone Wars. So yeah, these are more stactions. They actually have a cool magnetic gimmick, which is rad. Super articulation for exciting poses. Here's the younglings. This is or one of the. He's teaching a youngling. Yeah, Yoda and Chian. Ayla, Sakura. Let's see. Han Solo. I guess when he was in Hoth. Let's see. More younglings are Jedi Temple training. Ashla and Jempa. Then Pit of Carcoon again. Boba Fett. Luke Skywalker. The Throne Room duel. That's actually a cool little figure. I don't think I have it. And then there's Darth Vader Throne Room duel. These go side by side with each other, so those are actually cool figures. Anakin Skywalker Secret Ceremony. I think that's when they get married, I believe, in that era or whatever, that movie. Stormtrooper Battle of Hoth. That's a good one too to have. These are all good figures, all good stuff. Next up is Dexter Jetstar. That's Obi-Wan's friend that he goes to visit in the bar. This is a cool figure to have. Very cool, even if you want to put them in your cantina or something like that. Some more stuff on these. There's a Geonosis Warrior, Plo Koon, Arena Battle, Plo Koon. Let's see, Battle Droid. Yeah, these from 2002. And it just shows you. And these cards were a little different. They showed you just different things you could do with your figures and stuff on the back. So that's cool. That is actually really cool. So let's see, 10 years after the fight to save Naboo from invasion, the galaxy is on the brink of civil war under the leadership of a renegade Jedi. Thousands of solar systems threaten to secede from the Galactic Republic. A courageous Jedi Knight, his impulsive and headstrong apprentice, and a queen-turned-senator are drawn into the heart of the conflict and the beginning of the war. Dexter Jetstar, I call him Jackster. Blah blah blah. A cook in a Coruscant diner, Dexter Jetstar picks up plenty of information as he's serving his patrons. An old friend of Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's always willing to share his information for a price. So he's an informant. Informer. Yeah, let's see. Here's Dengar. Good old Dengar. This is a good version of him. Not bad at all. Let's see. Executor meeting on the Darth Vader ship. Good old bounty hunter. Dengar. Dengar was one of the elite bounty hunters hired by Darth Vader to capture the Millennium Falcon and her crew. The grizzled hunter Dengar was called Payback because personal vendettas fueled much of his career. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. He was once a daring swoop racer until a competitive rival, Han Solo, ended his career when their swoops crashed. Although Dengar was to blame for the accident, he held Solo responsible and leaped at the chance for revenge. So that's cool. More figures from this particular wave. There's Admiral Ozzel. Can't remember if that was one of the guys that got choked out. Bosk. Dutch Vander, Gold Leader. That's a good one to get. General Jan Dodona, and Battle of Yavin. And Captain Antilles, Tantive 4 mission. Or Invasion. That's a good one to have too if you've got that diorama set. And TIE Fighter Pilot. TIE Pilots are cool, man. Really cool. So next up we got a Boba Fett. This is a young little douchebag Boba Fett, and I think the dog, my buddy Chef Dan, I got a lot of these figures from him years ago. You can see where his dogs got into that. Oh man, who let the dogs out? There's Shock T. This is a cool figure. I don't think I have this one. That's a cool figure, man. She's deflecting a laser blast. There's Captain Typho, Padme's head of security, Boba Fett Camino Escape, and Tusken Raider female with Tusken child. So Anakin can kill them all. Let's see, here we go. Boba Fett. This is number 2 of 7. The offspring of the resourceful and dangerous Jango Fett, Boba was trained by his father in the art and skill of bounty hunting. The tragic events that soon befall Boba will give rise to a fierce desire and determination to become the galaxy's most feared bounty hunter. Not my favorite version of Boba Fett, but I don't know. I think on the cartoon he was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool depiction of him on the cartoons. Let's see, now next up we have, I believe it's Ayla Sakura, Battle of Geonosis. This is a cool figure. I like this one a lot. Let's see, Ayla Sakura, an agile and adept Jedi Knight. Ayla Sakura wields her blue lightsaber with graceful passion and sensuous form. Ooh. Many adversaries are lured by the sultry Twi'lek's notable style, but few are a match for her empathetic responses and shrewd parry. Although often more impetuous than her fellow Jedi, Ayla never relinquishes to anger or aggression, an indispensable Jedi trait during the galaxy's current state of turmoil. Once again, you've got the cool magnetic gimmick with the hands. Place figure on the base. 9 points of articulation for exciting poses. More of the same figures, I believe, yeah, that we've seen already. So, yeah. Cool, man. Cool. And last but not least, we've got the Empire Strikes Back Luke Skywalker Hoth attack. This is actually another set that you're supposed to get the Wampa, combine these together, and you can replay that scene. So yeah, and we all know this scene while patrolling blah blah blah. He gets wrecked by a Wampa. He's dragged into the ice cave. He's got to save himself, use the Force, wake up, grab lightsaber, free his legs, kill the Wampa, get the heck out, get rescued by Han. We all know how that goes. R3PO, Hoth evacuation. Hoth Trooper, bit of the same figures. Bail Organa, Jimmy Smits, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Outlander nightclub encounter. That's a cool little thing to get just for that piece right there, a diorama piece. Padme Amidala, Lars Homestead, and Stormtrooper Makari Concepts. That's the Fan's Choice number 4. That's when we start getting into the Makari figures, which is cool. Stay tuned for that because we're going to get into that tonight. Elan Sleazebagano. That was one of the, was it a Backstreet Boy and NSYNC guy? Was the Death Sticks kid or whatever, the guy? Anyways, let's rip these guys open. Alrighty, folks, we're slowly getting up this Star Wars hill. We're slowly getting up there. I think we've got about, I don't know, we've got a little bit more to go, but we might knock this out tonight. This might be a thing, and then we're just getting there slowly. But this guy is cool. First of all, Dexter Jetstar. He looks cool. He looks like a bullfrog, pretty much. And this weird little lightning bit's kind of annoying, but it does sit on there. But it kind of flops off and on his meat cleaver. And he's got another cool little serrated knife. A lot of cool detail, paint wash, all that. You can see like mustard stains or whatever, and all kinds of stuff. He's got little tattoos on his knuckles, so that's kind of gangster. You can see him close enough. He's got little knuckle tats, so that's pretty neat, man. Maybe got him from being in this kind of army. His little apron. He's got flip-flops, or his Crocs or whatever. And 4 arms, little ponytail in the back. Cooler than a man bun. And he comes with the little Camino dart or whatever, the little assassin dart from Camino or whatever that they found on was it Zam Wessel that they found that on? I think so. That she got shot with, or whatever. That Django shot her with, that killed her. Speaking of Django, here's little Boba Fett. Looks kind of like Nicole's friend Ruth right there. If you look, looks like Ruth, man. It really does. Anyways, Ruth doesn't like me. Anyway, not a bad little figure. It's cool. Yeah, it's pretty much, I guess, after what Django gets his head lopped off from Mace Windu, and he's got to just grab his dad's stuff and, you know, carry on the legacy. Which there's the jetpack and stuff, and these little blast things come off or whatever, and Django's helmet without his head in it. So yeah, I guess you could just put it on Boba too. Yeah, it fits on Boba, so that works, man. That's cool. I don't know if the backpack will go on him. Yeah, it will. Actually, you can take this off and fit it on him, so that's cool, man. He could be little mini Boba Fett. Next up is Holographic Luke. This, like I said before, this will go great with your Jabba the Hutt playset or whatever, if you have it. Just a weird looking, like a hard candy, mother of pearl, oyster shell looking version of Luke. He's just so weird looking. And the Jedi Luke figure is such a hard figure for them to pull off. I feel like every time they've made him somewhat articulated, he's just never done justice. I feel like maybe in the larger 6-inch Black series he's been done okay. But I don't know, man. I feel like, I'd rather have the vintage one sometimes. Here's Dengar. Dengar looks really great. The face sculpt is amazing. It's amazing face sculpt for just an older figure. Oh, that armor, maybe old Imperial armor, but I always was kind of mystified by this armor. Oh, cool. I didn't know he had a chicken wing thing going, and he's got a cut. One of those little V cuts maybe or whatever. So yeah, that's cool. This is not a bad version of Dengar if you want one. So yeah, this is he's got a bicep cut, which is weird. So yeah, they put some weird cuts into these figures. Waist twist. And yeah, his legs just pretty much simply just V cut on the legs. And he's got a backpack that attaches off and on. So I always didn't know what the heck was on his backpack. It always looked weird to me. It always really did. And it looks like he has moccasins. Those are straight up moccasins. I know a lot of ladies that like to wear moccasins. But this is still a cool figure. He was good in the Bounty Hunter trilogy novels or whatever. That was a really good storyline with I think it had like Bosk and Dengar and Boba Fett, and yeah, it was a cool story. Yeah, here's Luke and the Hoth stuff. If you look closely at his face, he's all scarred up. I had to find a lightsaber for him because I think I either ripped one out of the package beforehand years ago, and here's his little goggles, which are kind of, I don't know, not really easy to put on him or anything like that. And yeah, you just hang him like that, get that other Wampa set, you attach him, and then I wait for the Wampa, he just reaches for the saber, frees himself, you know, then fights the Wampa off and runs off, and he's rescued eventually after like freezing to death. And yeah, I don't know, I got a lot of good Hoth stuff, man, but not any good things to make a Hoth diorama with, like any of the old play sets, which I wouldn't mind getting some of the vintage ones again. Here is Luminara Unduli. This figure is pretty cool. These weren't bad, these little Staction figures. Once again, they come with a cool little base, like a little rock base. And I think these were supposed to be attachable at some point. Like you could just like so, just attach them. So that's pretty cool. Have a cool scene going. That was really awesome. Really not a bad figure. Articulation is so-so because they're already kind of pre-posed. She's got a waist, got a ball joint side to side, all the way around, swivel and stuff, up and down or whatever. Her head, got this electrical bit. I don't know if she's supposed to be receiving force energy or electricity or just getting rid of it or whatever, but take that off real quick. And the cool gimmick about these, if you don't know, or if you never bought these or had these, which I don't think I appreciated this gimmick that much when it was first out, but the lightsaber, you can detach this the saber part, and it's just a metal hilt, but she can use her little magnet. These magnets corrode, by the way. It's very corroded. But yeah, as you can see, she can just pick it up with her force. There you go. Use her force power for it, so that's really cool. These weren't, there's kind of a, I don't know, it's a semi-cheesy gimmick, but actually a really cool gimmick at the same time, to be honest with you. So it's really not bad. Her other hand does not hold the lightsaber that well, so you want to just leave it here with the magnet. With the magnetized hand. But yeah, not a bad figure. Same with Barris Offi. And these plug in, but they get kind of weird. Once again, and here's the base. You can see it's like some battle droid parts. Pegs to peg the figure in. Here she is. Really cool. She's like kind of, I think you could pop the head off. Let's do that real quick. Let's get in. Let's deep dive into this since there's not so many figures to talk about. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I think you can take this off, but I don't want to mess with it too bad because it looks like I was about to pull her head off. But you can. It is possible in a way. But she looks cool. Once again, these are kind of pre-posed. There's some articulation, but not a heck of a lot. Just in the arms and stuff like that and all that, you know. Once again, these magnets corrode after a while, so you probably want to open these up or just, you know, not so much with her legs. I don't think she has much leg articulation. But the cape has really cool detail, which I like. And she can either hold her lightsaber or you can just give it to her. Like, she can do the whole, let me hold it up close so we can see that. Yeah, there you go. It's light magnetism, but it works. She's got the cool little blast effect. These kind of get warped in the package because they just plug in, so. But other than that, she's a cool figure, man, and I like the little blast effect. Those are cool. Like, I'm gonna say it, like I said it before, I don't really think I appreciated these back when they were out. Now, like, just kind of looking back at them, I think they're way cooler, than I thought they were. And I like the fact that they're kind of like a mini staction. That's like an action figure and like a little statue at the same time. So I think it's really rad. Like, I'm gonna keep them. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. We're gonna get more to this Star Wars today and tonight, and then that's kind of be it for a while. So let's just get through it. Just hang in there.